even, I remember one incident of bullying in high school.
Yeah.
There was a time where we were like isolated a lot from other kids because it was a boarding school. And the reason why we were taken to the boarding school is because of the bullying that we grew up in the village. You know, village people are very cruel.
Yeah, they're so cruel. I've got a scar here.
Yeah.
I got stabbed.
She got stabbed.
By someone
Yeah.
who's my age. Just because you are wearing nice shoes, they were just like, we're gonna stab you.
Because it's the two of you
Because
guys.
it's the two of you.
All we're trying to do is double up. Got me rolling with the twins, getting content with the twins. All we're trying to do is double up. All we're trying to do is double up.
This is Double Up with the Twins. My name is Matsidiso. I'm with my twin sister Tsidiso, and together we are the T-Twins. Welcome to another episode of TwinTalk. But before we get to the video, guys, would you please subscribe? We can see that most of you guys are watching our video, but you are actually not subscribed. Just click subscribe. I think it's on the right-hand side there, and also like on the right side, bottom, right. It's on the right. It's on the right. It's on the right. The bottom right. Yes. You click that. Something will pop when you have subscribed, and also like the video. Before you even watch it, just like, guys. We appreciate you. All right. Ladies, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
They speak at the same time.
So please introduce yourselves.
All right, my name is Melecent Tsotetsi, and I am Melisa Tsotetsi.
Tsotetsi.
Melecent
Yes,
and
correct.
Melisa.
Yes.
Oh.
You know what?
guys.
Okay.
Why?
I was looking at them and I'm like, they look so much like our Spinky,
Our
cousin, and the
Yes,
surname
surname
is
is
Tsotetsi.
That's our line.
Yes. You guys are so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you
So,
very much.
are you identical twins?
Genetically identical, but we don't look identical.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't look
There is
identical?
a difference.
It's different.
I think when people get to know us, they, I mean, even our parents get confused in terms of the voices. So I think that is identical to a sense. But in terms of looks, maybe she can take us through the looks.
Yeah. So how people tell the difference between us is because I've got a wider face than she does. Her face is a little bit slimmer. And when growing up, she would be a little bit thicker than me and I'd be a little bit slimmer.
Yes.
Over time, it's hard to tell because I think we've developed as the same size, but normally people would differentiate us in terms of size. And my face is bigger than hers. Yeah.
But the body was always different. They always used to call me Mamukima because they used to think I was much bigger than her. So growing up, it was always like, one is bigger and the other one is smaller. But I think just as you grow up, your bodies just sort of blend in with each other. So we find ourselves borrowing each other's clothes.
Yeah.
We share the same wardrobe. So literally I'll take out something and it fits her and vice versa. So when we buy something, we never buy exactly the same things because we can always share them. So, we're on a budget. We buy one, we share. So that's how it's been.
So there is no issues of fighting for clothes.
No.
You don't buy the same.
No.
You
Absolutely
don't look
not.
like you are the type that fight at all.
We don't.
Unlike
We
most
don't.
twins, we don't. We're unique. We're extremely close. Our whole lives, our parents have treated us as one person. So even like when she would get invited to a party, our mom would speak to the mother of the child that invited us and would say, "You've invited one, but can the other one come?" So it was always that. So we've always grown up with that bond, and even up until this age, we sleep in the same room. Our beds are different, but we do things at the same time. So there's never room for fighting. I think we're so identical that, we don't only finish each other's sentences, but we know what we think. What she feels, I feel. So if there's a time where she's sad, my mood will immediately go down. So we bounce off each other and we feed off each other.
That's true.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Do you guys have siblings?
Yes.
We do. So it's 5 of us at home. We've got an older brother, and then we've got 2 older sisters. We're the last borns.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm sure you can tell.
How's the relationship between you and your siblings?
Not as close as how we are.
Yeah.
I think being twins, we share such a close bond, and we always sort of we take them out of the circle because we already have each other. Even when it comes to friends, we used to being so close.
Yeah.
It's like tongue and mouth.
Yeah.
With our siblings, we're not that close with them. So it depends, but we're not. We actually fight with them quite a lot more than we fight with each other.
yeah.
We don't fight with each other.
Yeah.
So, but with them, our relationship, we're not that close, but we acknowledge that they're there and we love them as our brothers and sisters. But I think this bond together, it's hard to bring anyone in the circle.
We like to keep together all the time.
all the time. We stick
It's always
together.
us. It's never us and someone else.
Yeah.
Because we also have an older sister. There's a 4-year age gap, and the ones after that, there's like a huge age gap.
Yeah.
So we were never close with them. But the one that has a 4-year age gap, we've also never been close
That
with
close.
them.
Okay.
So we love each other's space,
Yes.
each other's company. We don't need other people
In our circle.
in our circle.
But do you
prefer it
have
that
friends?
way.
Or you share friends? You have one friend. Do you have friends?
You know what? We there was a time in our lives where we split up. So obviously in high school and primary school, we would chill in the same group. We'd have the same friends.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe it was only once in our lives where we've ever split up, where she was working at her own job and I had my own job as well. So that's when we interacted with people, and I wouldn't call them friends, so to say, but they were acquaintances. So
Yes.
I think when you're a twin, it's hard to let people in, especially if you're as close as we are. So, they were not like friends where we say, I'm chilling with my friend, and she'd be like, she's chilling with her friend. No, it was always like me and her together, and we never let people in. But, we know different people. Like, I know some people, and she knows some people that we call as like friends.
But we're not close with them.
But we're not close. We love each other's space.
Don't you find those people who are trying to separate you and someone will just try to get more closer with you? And,
Absolutely.
It's what we fear most, I think, being separated.
Yeah.
So I think the people we let in, they must be close to the both of us.
Yeah.
And if they're not close to the both of us, we'll just be sort of casually acquainted with them, but not like best friends.
Yeah.
I think we're each other's best friends,
Yes,
obviously,
yes.
organically.
Yeah.
Do you guys tell
yeah.
each other everything?
Absolutely
do,
everything.
yes.
Everything.
Yeah,
So even when there was a time where we split up in terms of jobs. And we would get home to each other after a hectic day, and we'd literally tell each other what happened, and maybe on the phone we'd send each other messages. So we'd always used to say we could literally swap. Because that's how much we knew about each other.
it. Yeah.
Even though the
Yeah.
jobs were
Yeah.
totally different. She could literally write my exam even if she's not doing the subject because we did everything together. Everything like from birth. We've always been like that.
Yeah, always.
There was a time when we were like you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I told you before the cameras were
Yes,
rolling, I
yeah.
told you guys about the job that I was doing.
Yes.
Because my sister was always there.
Right.
Yes, I remember even when I got pregnant, she took over. She didn't need any training.
Wow.
Yeah, she was doing my job when I was on maternity.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because she knew everything that I was doing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing.
It's like you could swap bodies.
Yes,
Just like,
yes. I was a project manager. I think I was managing 30 people, and she knew them.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. It's a beautiful bond.
Yeah, but now we are not like that anymore.
I think time will obviously
will
separate.
So are you guys willing, or you guys not willing, ready to separate at some time?
No,
It's
I don't
hard.
think so.
Yeah. It's hard just the thought of it, because I think there was obviously times where we were not together, just in terms of jobs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we feel like God made sure we were together, because right now we work in the same place. So
You work in the same place.
that time
divine
didn't-
intervention.
By divine intervention. Yeah. So we feel like maybe there'll be a time for that where, we'll be ready. But at the moment, we're talking about, moving into a place where it's just the two of us. So I don't think we're ready now, but maybe at a later stage. I think time will tell.
Yeah, time will definitely tell.
So when you guys say at some point you were separated, you mean just work?
Just
So
work.
what is your
But always living together. Always,
And for us, that's so big because
Yeah.
I remember our first job. We worked when we were 15. I think it was in grade 9. We had our first job. So we both applied for the job, but there was only one vacant position. So we said to the employer, can you hire us both and we share the salary?
Yeah.
And it was like 15 rand per hour. So
It was a star job where we said, during holidays we want to just make some income.
Yeah.
And then our mom went to the interview with us and she was like, you can't split them.
Hire them both.
Hire them both or share the salary. And then by God's grace, a few months down the line when we were working part-time, someone left the job and then the manager said, okay, the other one that isn't getting paid will get paid for the step into this position. But yeah, it's always been like that where
This is
always
amazing.
had
So
that
you
bond.
travel together to work?
Yes, travel together.
Yeah.
We are working in different departments, so sometimes it requires for her to travel and then I stay behind and vice versa. But yes, in terms of traveling, we do get to travel sometimes together. Our employer tries to divide us. He tries to split us. We work in different departments, but our jobs are literally the same because there was an incident one time where I had a breakdown because a client was calling me and there was just a disaster at work and I didn't have mental capacity. And as I was talking to the client on the phone, my sister took the phone because I was literally in tears and she continued the conversation as she was me. So
And they didn't recognize you.
Yes, because
recognize
your
it.
voices
Yeah.
are similar.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how close we are.
Yeah.
You guys are hectic.
We are.
People call us crazy. They call
They're
us
like, how? How does it work?
But we love it like this and we don't see it working any other way.
Yeah.
I think even when because we're quite spiritual people, we pray a lot, we go to church.
Yes.
So even when we pray, we always pray together. So we don't have separate prayers.
Yeah.
And even in the sentence, I won't say God bless me. I say God bless us.
Yeah. It's always us.
It's always us. And we don't see it any other way. So yeah, I think until God separates, we'll be like this.
Are you guys sharing your phone?
No, we used to. We used to share phones. We used to literally share everything. But I think when we started, working and stuff, we just say, you know what, let's buy this, and then it's for the both of us. It's never like it's for her. Or,
But we share a car.
yes, we share a car. Yes.
Because that phone, it looks like two people on it. Because your profile picture is the two of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's written, Hannah, what are the first?
I think it's Mel.
Mel
M-E-L. Yes.
and Mel. Are you both Mel?
Mel.
Yes.
At
you
work, they
both
call
Mel.
us Mal because they struggle with
Differentiating.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially some of our colleagues because we work in an industry whereby we work with a lot of people and they don't get to interact with us on a daily basis. So when they do get to interact with us, it's like, oh, I can't even remember who's who. So it's just like M and M. They call us M and M or Mal and Mal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bon Mel.
Boomal. Yes. Boomal.
Call one of them now. Anyone answer?
So I want to find out, are you guys dating?
I'm not dating.
You're not dating. Are you dating, Mel?
I'm hoping it's something. So
Yeah.
we haven't been dating our whole lives, right? So because we've been focused on, career and jobs and stuff. So, when you have each other, it's difficult to let people in, like we said.
Yeah.
So even with men that would approach us, we'd never see the value of them being in our lives because that would mean like, okay, if I'm with you, then what's the point of having her? Where's my sister? I can't be with you and, be with her. But I think over time, we started to realize that, it can't be like that forever because we're going to have to split up one time and maybe in a marriage or in a relationship. So at the moment, for me, it's sort of like I'm hoping it's going to go somewhere, but she hasn't even met the guy. So I was telling her the other day that it's so early that I don't want people in a place where I call sacred.
Yes.
And for him to know her, meanwhile, I'm not even sure if he's serious. Wouldn't be.
But are you guys planning to get married, to have your own
Definitely.
families later on?
We definitely are. We have this crazy thing where we say we'll live next door of each other.
But would you marry the same guy? Like
Would
one
you do
guy?
it?
Long
Would you
time
do it?
ago, we were like no, polygamy is terrible. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But recently that conversation has come up quite a lot. And
Yeah.
it's no longer disgusting. It's
Yeah.
something that we look at, but I don't think we would do it.
Yeah, realistically speaking,
It's not
we
realistic,
don't
yeah.
think it would work.
Yeah.
As much as we love each other and we've been together our whole lives and we don't want to split up.
Yeah.
We don't think that there's a man that would be able to handle that.
Both of
Let's
us.
say
Yeah,
both
yeah,
of us,
yeah.
our personalities are the same, and I think maybe it would cause division even because I think we've always said to each other the worst thing about being a twin is being compared.
Yeah.
So if there's someone in your life and you're both there, it's very easy for them to say, oh, but you're not doing what she's doing, or you I wish she did it because you didn't do it well. So I think the thought of that, no.
So at school, didn't they try to separate you guys?
A lot.
Yeah.
But we'd be so naughty. We'd actually stop classes. But they would try to separate us a lot. Even our friends try to come into our bond, come in between us. Every time they try to separate us. I think recently in terms of school, we're studying different degrees. But we want to sort of do the same thing. We want to open our own business.
Yes.
So that's the only reason we chose different degrees. But
Yeah.
in another world and in another economy, we do the same thing. Yeah.
I think we were once like them. Remember when we registered our first year?
Yeah.
I registered for public relations and she registered for marketing. After 2 weeks, I'm like, no, I can't cope.
I crossed over.
Yeah, I crossed
Wow.
over. Yeah.
But you guys, because when I look at you guys and the way you're telling your story, it looks like you are exactly the same. Where do you guys differ? Like, where do you see that here we complement one another? Because my sister and I, our characters are way different. Do you like the same things? Do you
Same
like
style.
Yes.
Yes,
Do you dress
we
the same?
absolutely do. So with the style, it's always been like that. We've loved the same style. Our mom's a designer, so when she would design clothes,
Yeah.
maybe she would do it in a different color, but the style's the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hairstyles, we do each other's hair. We always have the same hairstyle.
Yes.
Even when we buying, whether it's a weave or whatever, we make sure we buy the same thing.
Yes.
Just because we like the same thing. So I think in terms of us being different, that's a very hard one.
Yeah.
I don't think we're different. I mean, there'll be times where, you can't always be happy or you can't always be yourself. So there's always those moments, but I think there's not much difference.
And you know what? Maybe there is, because sometimes when things are happening, one of us would respond more emotionally.
yes.
But we respond the same
Yeah.
to certain things.
Do you know where you guys are going to be tested when it comes to men? Because you saying that she has never dated, right?
Yes.
Do you guys mind telling us how old you are?
Yes, sure.
How old are you?
26 this year,
Yeah.
so we're
Yes.
currently 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are very young.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. Okay. Men will test you because that's
Yeah.
where you're going to see your differences.
Yeah.
Because when she start dating and she loves this person, and then you're gonna come and say, but
How come?
how come
Yeah.
this and this and that? But now you are not sure if you like the same kind of people when it comes to men.
To
because you
men,
have
we
never
do.
dated.
We absolutely do.
The
Because
same type, yeah.
we have a picture in our mind in terms of saying, you know what, when we marry, we want to marry this type of man. He must
Yeah.
be
Have
God
these
fearing.
characteristics.
He must be this. He must be this. And that is exactly the same. But
Yeah.
maybe just, I don't know what the picture is in her mind in terms of how she's drawn him out.
Yes.
It could be exactly the same. Who knows?
Yeah.
So even like this beginning relationship, when I'm frustrated or I'm going through emotions,
Yes.
she's a person I vent to, and she shares the exact same sentiments as me. So I'll be like, this person is not doing the things, this and this and this. And she's like, she's
like
not doing this thing. Reply like this. She'll literally reply for me. Like, she'll be like, say this. And, in my mind, I'm like, I should have actually said that when we're apart. So maybe that's the difference. Because I bounce on her a lot in terms of ideas or emotions, because sometimes when you're very emotional, you can't reply properly. So
Yes.
she will help me.
She will help you.
Yes, always.
Oh, you guys, but guys, one day you're gonna come back to me and say, "No, Sisi lawyer." Because that's when you will realize we actually differ. When it comes to men. Because I understand that your ideal man is that same person. But you guys were saying that you can't date one guy.
No.
Yes. But now, with my sister and I, our differences started with men.
Wow.
Because when I date, she will say, "I don't like this guy." Because she feels like I spend more time with this guy. Then she will scrutinize. He does this, he does this. But I don't like that. At some point, because now their heart is invested, I don't see the things that she sees with the guy. So that's when you guys are going to start having issues. Unless you find exactly the same person. But let me tell you what's interesting.
Would you date
twins?
No, they drive us mad.
You know, we were talking about this in the car on our way here, and we were saying that there was these guys in our class, and they were twins. One was in my class, and the other one was in her class, and we'd always share the same sentiments about how they both so
And we'd
annoying.
even sit next to each other. We'd sit next to those twins because their surname started with T too. So we'd sit next to
And
them.
we find them so annoying.
Annoying.
I don't know if it's a twin thing or they were just genuinely annoying. It was just like, no.
It's so funny. We're laughing because we also feel the same.
The same way when we were in high school, remember?
Boys, twins so
everybody-
annoying.
Yeah, we were at the boarding school with this pair of twins, and they are cute, very
Right.
cute guys. Even now, we are still friends with them.
Okay.
Everybody at the boarding school, it was everybody's dream for us to date. For
Oh
the
my
four of us
God. And
to
you were
date.
like, no way.
No,
That's not happening.
No, they even chose Matsidiso will date
go- Oh
Deborah,
my
and
gosh.
Matsidiso will date Junior.
No way, that's not happening.
We agree. Twins can't date twins. We don't think so.
No, it won't work.
It won't work. Not at all.
Do you guys trick your parents?
With the voice we can. So recently our mom, we're like, Mom, you don't know the difference between our voices. And then she's like, I do. And then one day she called out to one of us. Then the other replied. Then we said, Mom, whose voice is this?
Yeah.
And she got it wrong.
And it's always like that, even with our dad.
Yes.
They can't, even with everyone that we
They
know,
say they can.
can't separate the voices. So
Voices.
they're always like, no, it's her. No, it's her. And we're like, just having fun with you guys. You will never figure it out. Yeah.
I want to know, how do you guys feel about comparison? Because with twins, people always try to compare you. Like with the looks, at some point they will compare
Grades
your
at school.
successes.
Yeah.
Your grades at school. Maybe
Yeah.
the other one is good in mathematics and the other one is good in English. So how do you guys navigate that? Or you guys have been getting the same grades. How does it happen?
Similar grades. And to answer your question, we actually can't deal with comparison at all.
Yeah, we hate it.
It's a big pet peeve for us. Because I think even when people say you both have your own strengths, we don't like that. We want it to be the same strength.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we sort of feel threatened when people say your characteristic is more different from hers. She's more stronger in this aspect. We think that people are trying to divide us. It's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
And we hate it because, for example, if someone says, oh, she's better in maths than you are, I automatically feel stupid.
Yeah.
I
Even
want
if you
what
know
she
it's
has.
true,
Yeah.
you're like, hi guys, why are you mentioning that? Why can't you just keep your comments to yourself?
I'm starting to see the difference.
Are you getting it now?
But I tell you, there is someone somewhere who has said to you, you are more beautiful than her. She's more beautiful than
In
you."
high school.
In high school.
I
We
think
done
that-
that a lot.
The people that know us now, the people we've let in know what we don't like.
Yes.
So I think that even if they have their own sentiments or their own comments, they know to keep it to themselves. But there's just those people that will just do it on purpose, that will say, no man, this, I wish you did this, or I wish this was this way. But even our parents, they've understood us and they know not to do that.
Yes.
So even with our grades, because since we're in varsity now, it's varsity and work, we bounce off each other. So some of our modules are the same, where we share answers, or we always get the same marks. We do the exams at the same time because it's correspondence studying. So our grades are always the same. So yeah.
It's really too much there.
Have you guys ever swapped identities that you pretend to be
In meetings, we do that a lot.
Oh, yeah, you've said
For
it,
example,
yeah.
if she can't take a meeting, I'll be there. No one can tell the difference between us. Even our boss can't tell the difference between us. So in meetings we would. And
So
in
you guys
class
have the
we
same characters,
We
personalities.
do. Our personalities are the same. The same things annoy us. So the same things make us happy. The same things would make us cry. So our personalities are exactly the same. And I think going back to the point of us really sharing things, like she'll have her driver's license and maybe mine is in the boot. I forgot it at home. I'm like, bring your driver's license. We use one driver's license literally. Even if I just be like, sorry, borrow me yours and then let's. That's how much of things we share and how close we are as well.
What is your mom's dream when it comes to your family life, like your marriage life? What's her dream?
I think her dream is that we both find people respectable, people spiritual because we're spiritual as well. People who have good jobs. I think it's like every mom's dream. People who have good jobs, people that will treat us well because our mom, I think she respects us the most in the world. She praises us a lot. She puts us on this very high pedestal. Even though we say, Mom, slow down. She admires us a lot. So we always favored in her eyes. So I think even her prayer is that we marry people that are very respectable, people who come from good families, people that won't abuse what we've grown as individuals. So that's her dream.
And she always wants us to be close. So even when we talk about marriage and our future, she's like, you know what, it would be great if you guys remain close, like marry similar people that would understand our bond and not try to split us up. Because I think people are so creative in their minds. They're thinking, these people are together and they're twins, but for some reason they want to divide that. I don't know why, but you get people like that. So our mom, she's always like, I hope you guys get people that understand this bond.
And at the same time.
Doesn't it include, I want you guys to get married on the same day?
Absolutely.
That's
our mom's
said
dream.
that since we were 5. I want you guys to get married. We broke her heart, actually. But since we both haven't had white weddings, because she had a traditional wedding.
Okay.
It can still happen.
Maybe I'm not
I'm
married.
not going to have that was okay. I believe, I don't believe
But
in
you're gonna,
weddings.
she doesn't believe in white weddings. But
That was
I think when I get married,
Yes.
by the way, I'm 42 years old, but I still believe that I will get married
Absolutely.
one day. She will start over because I still want my mom to have that. So the day I'm gonna get married on my traditional wedding, she will start all over again.
She'll do it from scratch.
So it's gonna be that big wedding that my mom has always been dreaming about. Yes.
So does your mom enjoy going to places with you guys?
Oh, she shows off.
Yeah.
Even up until this age, when we go out together, she always shows off with us. I think it's maybe coming from a place that she's proud as well.
Yes.
But even from like siblings, they would get jealous of us because we're the last born.
Yes.
We're twins and we are the favorite in mom's eyes. So a lot of them would be like, yo, there's the favorite. So it also comes from that point where, we can't, even if it's true, even if it's not true, that doesn't matter. Whatever she thinks is what she thinks. So it's always been a competition for us who's having mom's attention or, but she loves showing off with us.
We're her pride and joy.
Okay. My daughter just reminded me this week that I've actually never asked other twins about bullying because I told her so many stories that we face with my twin sister because it happens a lot with twins.
Yes.
There's a lot of bullying. Other kids will bully you because you guys look alike. You look like you are special kids. You do this and this and this. So how did you guys navigate that? Did you guys face some bullying growing up?
Terrible. It was terrible. In primary school a lot because we were overweight and we needed braces. So everyone bullied us. I think that's where we had that mentality that let's keep our circles small because people would always bully us. They treat us differently. They'd make fun of us. So I don't know if it's more elevated with twins, but we definitely faced it a lot.
Yeah.
And then in high school, it did get a little bit better. So yeah, I think growing up, we were bullied a lot. To the point where we hated school.
Yeah.
And our mom knew it, that we were bullied all the time. So yeah, it was hectic growing up.
I think especially in primary school, it was the toughest because, like she said, we were overweight and people, when they see twins, they don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't understand that she twins, like they're trying to understand something that I don't know why it's so difficult, but they never got that. So a lot of the time we were alone, but alone with each other.
Yes.
So for us, even when we were growing up, we had that mentality that, we don't need a group of friends because we have each other. So I think it built us to be who we are today.
Yes.
High school, we were the it girls, we were popular.
Yeah.
So everyone wanted to be around us, but
yeah.
we still remained as, this is a bond that we share together.
Yeah.
So we never brought that up.
Yeah. But then I always say with twins, it comes in two ways. There will be other people who like to bully you, and then there will be people who will just worship the ground you walk
Absolutely.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you say, high school.
Yeah.
Because some people, when they are envious of you, they try to bully you, and other people will try to get close to you, and they will love you extremely.
Yes, that's true.
So you kind of like...
Yes.
Yeah, because even with us, we were bullied in primary school, and in high school, everyone just loved us.
Yeah.
Mama, it just happened. I remember one incident of bullying in high school.
Yeah.
There was a time where we were like isolated a lot from other kids because it was a boarding school. And the reason why we were taken to the boarding school is because of the bullying that we grew up in the village. You know, village people are very cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so cruel. I've got a scar here.
Yeah.
I got stabbed.
She got stabbed.
By someone who's my age. Just because you are wearing nice shoes, they were just like, we're going to stab you.
Because it's the two of you
Because
guys.
it's the two of you.
Yeah.
And even if clothes are not that nice, but because it's the two, everything, if it's like,
Oh my
it will look like, you know, it's stylish.
Yeah, we got stabbed at the same time because my sister's car, because even her mother was there, and all that person. It was like a plan.
Yeah, it was a
these
plan.
people, it was a plan with our cousin. Our cousin came to our house and said, I'm going to the shops. Will you guys please come with me? And she knew what was happening. That there were people waiting for us somewhere. You know, when kids, someone walking in front of you, those kind of things, or hey,
Why you coming this
Scandia,
side?
why you coming my side, something like that. And she started fighting. Then when she grabbed me, she knew that her mom was waiting somewhere there. And that woman, an old woman, my mom's age, she was holding me, and then they stabbed me at the back, and then they stabbed my sister here.
My God.
It was horrific because we were doing grade 7 at that time. Then our parents decided we're gonna take you guys far away. Then they
Because
took
of
us
that
to the boarding
incident.
school. Yeah, they took us to the boarding school, and that was fine. Boarding school, they laughed us, but it happened at some time where, because we wanted to, we always stood up for ourselves. There was this, when you're doing the first year at the school, you live in this room that's like 30 kids in that room.
Right.
We didn't like that. We wanted our own privacy.
Yes.
So there was this special room that just accommodated 2 people.
Okay.
We went to the matron.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
and
said,
then we told
you
them
know
we
what,
want to-
next year,
We want
we
to
have to
be
live in that
yes.
room. We don't want to be living with all these other kids and all of
And
that.
they were untidy.
Would you please, please reserve that room for us?
Yeah.
And then she said, I like this because you guys approached me and said that make sure that you come early on the day that the schools reopens. We were there 8 o'clock in the morning. They hated us for that, for that
my
room.
word.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's when we started seeing some bullying and
Yeah.
all. But then we managed to, navigate
Overcome
through
it.
it.
Because you
Okay.
stuck together.
Yeah.
That's how we
Yeah.
navigate.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there are some people who are just liking you, so you will have your own crew that side that's always here.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Same with
There's
us.
always those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys like most about being twins?
Everything.
It's everything. But I think the most important thing is knowing that we have each other's backs. Because in high school, like she mentioned, we were quite naughty. So there was a time where I got in an altercation with this girl, right? And here we are fighting. It's a physical fight. And then it's got nothing to do with my sister. But because she's my sister, she's going to be involved.
Yes.
So we got in the disciplinary hearing and the teachers couldn't understand why she was involved. So I think it's just having each other's backs. I know if something goes wrong in my life, she's there, and vice versa. I'll never be alone. So I think that's the best part amongst many other things.
Yeah, and I think building together as well, because our whole lives are centered around togetherness. So I never envisioned my life without her. And I think the same, if I can speak for you. So I think I always say that the best thing God can offer is twinship, because you can have many friends, but they don't last forever.
Yes.
I think what lasts forever is the bond that twins share. And it's a lot of things people don't understand and they admire it. Some people are envy of it. But I think the best thing we have is each other. That's the best gift we have in life.
What do you hate most about being twins?
Definitely the comparison. And I think that for us is just the one thing we don't get. And also, I think when we are with people, you know, they'll diminish us because they see potential in us together, so they want to split us up. So it's always us against the world. It's always us against other people. It's like, you know, it's you and Mal, and then people always categorize us in that way. And maybe they see us as threats. I don't know why, but you know, we face a lot of that. So I think it's those two things of, you know, people wanting to either compare us or diminish us. They want to dim our light because we are twins.
Don't you hate the question?
Are you twins? No, we're so used to it now. People treat us like celebrities. I think when you're twins, people are like, can I get a photo with you? We're so used to it now that even when people don't ask, we're like, hi, what's happening?
Some people just stare. We like, it's okay to stare.
And we're so used to it. People like, always
They
stare
just
at
stare
us.
at you guys, and then because when I met you guys, because a lot of people, they like to ask me, but where do you get these twins? But twins are everywhere, guys, because you're not aware of them. I'm aware because I'm a twin. So I saw you guys, I was like, these ones, no matter what, they must be doing. And I left. You guys were talking. You're talkative. I was watching behind you, and you're talking.
Yes.
And the voices are the same.
Yeah.
And I said to my daughter, no,
No
it can't
ways.
be. It's like the same person speaking. I don't understand what's going. I'm going to approach them, and I was like, Mom, are you gonna do that? I was like, yes, I'm gonna. Yes. And then I asked this annoying question: are you guys twins?
And you said, yes, we're twins.
And then you answered with a smile.
It's not annoying for them.
It's not annoying for them.
It's annoying for you.
Yes,
Really? Why,
it depends where we are. It depends. There is a time where we are in the twinship mode. It's okay. You can ask. We do it deliberately. Today we are being twins. But then there was a time when we're just minding our own business.
And then people are asking.
Or maybe we're having a fight.
Okay, when we're having a fight, we're having a fight.
You don't have to be twins when you're fighting.
When we're fighting, we don't want people to ask.
When we're fighting.
No, we're fighting, but we're still together. We go to the same place.
You can't tell that we're fighting.
Right.
So I'm fighting, and I get inside the car. We drive.
Oh my
life continues with the fight. Life continues.
Sometimes when we're fighting, and then you come and ask us, "Are you guys twins?" I look at it and I respond.
Now we respond. They are talking to you.
That's hilarious. Oh, wow.
So when you guys answered with a smile, I was like, oh, wow.
No, we always do. We always do.
We love that question. Are you twins?
Because people are always so inquisitive. So we we always laugh at people's reactions. We're like, have you never ever seen twins? That's what we usually think when people are like shocked that they're seeing twins. Like, have you never seen twins in your
And
life?
they always answer with, we've never seen grown-up twins.
Yes, that's what they say.
Yeah.
We've never seen grown-up twins.
Yeah.
But I've seen, because where we come from, our family is a twin every house. My mom's best friend has got 3 pairs pairs of twins.
We want to interview them. I wonder if you're gonna fit
them here.
It's going to be 8 of us.
I remember we used to have this game that we were playing, you know, in the cycles. I don't know if you guys know this game. Give us boys' names or give us girls' names.
yes,
We'll always think of them. Because this is yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah.
So from my mom's side of the family, there's too many twins. Even from my dad's side of the family, like just too
So
many.
you are bound
twins.
to be.
Yeah,
Yes, it
we're
runs in
bound
the
to be.
family.
But around us, and this is our house. Behind there is a pair of twins, and in front of us also there is a pair of twins. And we are related, but both sets they don't look alike. I think they are fraternal twins.
Yeah, they are fraternal.
And guess what? They've always been jealous of us because we look alike.
It's something to be envious of.
And then, you know, from this other family, there's a family of 7 girls. So there is a pair of twins there. They wish they also had twins that were like identical like us.
Yeah.
So they always say to people, when people say, yo, Sidiso, they are so like they don't look alike. They always fight people when people say we look alike.
Yeah.
For saying we look alike. So we're like, what's the honor? And the other one is very light, and the other one is very dark, also awkward. And the other one is tall, the other one is short.
So there's differences.
And the other one is big, and the other one is slim. So when they were young, they gave them nicknames. The slimmer one they called her Kotso. The big one they called her Polo. The sisters were not happy. And we wanted them to come out like us. So we're still outstanding because we are identical. Yes, guys.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And you prefer it this way, being identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like someone comes and says, "Are you guys twins?" And we say yes, and I know you are lying.
No, you don't want
do it,
that.
eh?
They still do
They
it.
still do.
Yeah.
They just
Even if
want
they
to
see you
test
the same, they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Nah, it can't be."
It can be. Do you guys believe in twin luck? Like when you do things together, they prosper.
Yes. I think with a lot of the stuff we've been doing, we've always done everything together. So even when when we were reborn, we started speaking in tongues on the same day, in the same hour. So we got reborn, we got saved at the same time. So
You didn't plan, right?
we didn't plan. No, we didn't. Our mom actually took us to a church. She was invited by a friend.
Yes.
And then we started enjoying the church so much that it became like our second home.
Yes.
And then there was a conference whereby there was a woman of God that was staying at my sister's house at that time. And we were just praying and reading the Bible because we were so excited about this new journey. And then she said to us, "Do you speak in tongues?" And then we said, "No, we don't speak in tongues." Then she said, "No, you can't not speak in tongues. That must change." And then we did like an intercession and we started speaking in tongues at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think everything we've done together has prospered. When we do things apart, which is never, we do support each other. And not that it will fail or not that it won't succeed, but we found that everything we do together always prospers.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it's the way God wants it to be. But everything we do together always prospers. It's shocking if we had to tell you. It's really amazing.
Yes.
So yes, to answer your question, yes, we do believe in that.
Okay. It's so amazing because you guys are gonna be our 8th episode.
Okay.
So out of all these 8 sets of twins, 6 of them, one is a pastor.
Okay.
Somehow. So you guys
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow. One is a pastor, or there's an issue around being pastor but Christianity there.
Which ones are you talking about?
Lucky and Tlanta.
Oh, okay.
Lucky and Tlanta. Lucky was a pastor, but he's a retired pastor, but he's not sure what's
But
going to
Tanta is
happen.
still not sure what's happening.
Yeah, what's Lucky.
If it's a
And then
pastor or not.
with the Noxie, yeah, Noktula Noxie is also she's not, she doesn't.
No. Noxies are the young twins. There are the Nogsis and
Both
Togsis.
Nogsis, they are
But
Nogsis,
there's
two
Nokolo
Nogsis.
and
Nokolo and
Nonkosinati.
Nonkosinati.
Yeah.
Nokolo and Nonkosinati. Nokolo is the an evangelist.
preacher.
She's
Yeah,
a preacher.
evangelist.
Because even her social media platforms, they are all about preaching the word of God, something like that. And then when it comes to then the Nogsis,
Yes. Nogsis and Togsis.
and Toxis, no, those ones are not, because I said two pairs are not. Bona and the models, bo lisang. There was nothing there about being pastors. When it comes to Vuyiswa and Vuyelwa,
Oh, yes.
Vuyelwa, Liana, she's closer to being a pastor, because you can see that, yeah, she's a serious Christian. She's closer to that. And I wish other ones also are. Bomuhlabani, no, they are
no,
not.
those
But then I was just saying, in this twinship thing, one, there is something about being a pastor there.
Yeah.
One of the
It
twins.
happens.
Yes.
And then with us, it's you.
She was just making sure. I was just referring to other people, not me. But there was a time now when I was closer to that, because now I'm not Christian anymore. If I was still Christian, I think I was going that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, because now I moved from being Christian to being like just a person.
Mutofela.
I'm not religious. I'm not
I was waiting for that.
She's Mutofela.
Yeah. So you guys, you know what? Yeah, twins are amazing.
Yes.
I was telling the guys last week that nowadays people manufacture twins.
Yes.
So
Sure,
I don't
sure.
see it as special anymore.
No.
Yeah,
It
because
has to
you
be
don't
from
know.
God.
It has to
Yeah.
be from God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when you know this is special.
Absolutely.
Because,
Yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got my own questions. Did you have that question? You still have questions?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause-
you have your own
Yeah,
questions
I've got my
there.
own
That's
questions that
always
I'm
a-
gonna ask you guys. Between the two of you, I doubt I'm gonna get those answers here
Okay.
because you guys are one.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is more financially responsible between the two of you?
No, there's no such thing.
We share our money.
You share
our
share-
salary.
oh, yes.
So even we're buying a car and then we deposit 50% of hers and 50%
Yes,
of
we
mine.
split the debit order will be in her name, and then we split it. If it's 10K, 5K, 5K. Even when we're buying something for our parents, it's always 50-50.
Yes,
So I think we're both financially responsible because literally when my salary comes, it's not mine alone, it's hers as well.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
she brings hers in, and then we've combined it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that. So who's more organized?
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'll be like today I just want to clean this closet.
Yeah.
I want to organize it. And maybe it wasn't on her agenda, but she's like, you know what,
Let's do it together.
this looks we need to do it today. And then she'll be like, we need to spring clean because this house is not looking good.
Yeah.
And then we do it. So it's hard to say. It's
Wow, that's amazing because those are the things that make us fight. Because if I'm in the mood to clean the house, to spring clean, and I tell her, she will say, but I'm not in the mood. Do it yourself. And I will force her to do it.
But now our issues is that we still want to be one person.
Yeah.
But we are not. We
You're
have
not,
realized
yeah.
our differences, but we are forcing
to
Yeah.
be one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. So who's more strict?
Oh, it depends on the day. Also.
that also depends.
We're not consistent with it. I think when she becomes more emotional about something, you'll feel it in the energy she gives off.
Yeah.
And same with me. So I think as much as we sort of think the same and feel the same, there's situations that make us a bit more strict, more emotional. And then she'll be like, calm down, it's going to be okay. And then I say the same to her.
Yeah.
So it depends. But yeah, I don't think there's one more stricter than the other.
Yeah. Okay. Who's more friendly?
It also depends.
It also depends. No,
also
honestly, it actually also depends on the energy we get from other people. But normally we'll be like, oh, this person is like this. You know what? Let's leave that circle. Together we decide.
Yeah.
Must we be friendly? Must we be more reserved?
We read each other a lot. So if we're in the presence of someone that maybe we're not comfortable with, I don't know, our minds connect without us even saying things.
Yeah.
So we'll both not be friendly, or we'll both, hold back. Yeah. That's usually how it works.
Okay. Who's emotionally stronger? Okay, with this question, Isaac, if one of you guys were to die, God forbid, who will carry on and who wouldn't?
I think she'd carry on.
Have you guys ever discussed that?
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we've said is saying that, with our finances, because we breadwinners. So we always say that we've got to do this so our parents are taken care of. So God forbid if she had to leave or if I had to leave, we have a plan for that. But I think from an emotional way, we haven't ever thought of that. So I think it would be hard to think of that. It's not something that's ever come to our mind that, if she's not here or if I'm not here, how would we carry on? So, yeah.
But I think she's more stronger in terms of emotion.
In terms of emotion.
I think I can sometimes be a complete emotional wreck.
But it also depends on the situation.
Yes.
So, like there'll be certain times where I'm just venting so much, and then she'll be like, maybe do this. Don't. She'll have a stable head, and then maybe she'll give me advice where I didn't think I would give myself that advice, or I wouldn't even do that. I'd say, what, actually, that is what she's saying is what I must actually do. So I think it also depends on the type of scenario, the situation.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because we were forced to think of that because there was this pair of twins that we used to go to school together. One of them passed away.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So that whole thing broke us.
Sure.
Yeah, because we couldn't imagine how she was going to cope without her sister. So we started thinking of it a lot. Or what's going to happen? Yes, we actually needed counseling, just that our parents were far, because it felt like it was one of us,
right?
Because a day wouldn't pass without us thinking
about it.
Yes.
We're very good at blocking our emotions out. So if we don't like something, we'll literally take it and put it there.
So let's not think about
Let's not think about it. So even when we see things happening around us, if it's not happening to us, we say that we don't put ourselves in those shoes. Yes, it's painful. Yes, we're going to feel for that person, but we don't like to think of the worst. Maybe let me say that. Yes. So we've never put ourselves, I mean, if it happens, and it will happen, where one of us is no longer there, we'll deal with that bridge when we have to. But for now, we never, it's not a thought that's crossed our mind.
Okay. When I'm listening to you guys, I can tell that we're once like you guys. And when you grew up, because we're old, we're 42, there's a time whereby you're going to grow up, and you told us that you have plans of having your own families.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be very toxic towards your partners.
Maybe they are not.
No. I can exactly like you, even towards yourselves. Because I'll advise you guys to seek counseling by the time you start dating. Yeah, even towards your siblings. I think you are. It's just that they are not saying it.
No, we're very toxic.
You are toxic.
We are so toxic towards them. Situations call for that level of emotion, but we quite selfish. So, for example, if she's feeling this way, I must feel that way.
If a sibling has offended her, there's no ways we go to war together. I immediately have her back and she has mine. There's no such thing as, you're going to disagree. You're going to offend one of us and the other one will be your friend. No, it doesn't work like that.
We bullies.
But literally we're in it together, like that scenario of us being in school where someone starts a fight with one of us. Even if it's got nothing to do with her, she'll be there.
She'll be there.
Because we have each other's back. And I think, like you said, it's going to become toxic. Because even at the beginning of this sort of relationship, there was sort of things, then she's like, that's a red flag. She literally thought, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
You know what I mean? So, maybe we do need that counseling.
You do. And because she's going to determine how your partner should treat you. And at that time you are satisfied, it will start as if, you look at him, you convince one another, he's not supposed to be like that. Up until you get to the point whereby you realize that people are not perfect. Maybe I can stand this, but she's not going to stand it because you have
She doesn't have a relationship.
She doesn't have a relationship with him. Because even today, we're still toxic towards our partners. And it's so funny because we tell ourselves that we don't get attracted to similar people, but there is a situation that she was in with her husband last year. They were going through some situation. I'm going through the same thing with my partner right now, and the same things that her husband was doing. That's what my partner is doing. So how, like, even my mom, I tell my mom, can you believe my partner
And
is
it's
doing
so
this?
funny because I even went to her partner to tell him what
we were both supporting her
they were
towards
both,
that.
but he's doing the same
Same
thing.
things.
What?
It's like they planned.
This is shocking.
Yeah, it's like this guy's planned. Mina, when I'm okay now, I will start.
But like, what is that? You know what? I think even when you go through situations, there's been times where she's gone through challenging situations and my life is normal. It's not. I'm not going through a challenging situation, where I have to lift her.
Yes.
So I think even with what you're saying, one has to experience it first in order to advise the other person.
Yeah.
So
And even in our lives, things happen separately, but it's the same thing.
Yes.
So I think it was 2 years ago, she was scammed of money. And then recently I was also scammed of money.
yeah.
So we take responses from those experiences and we respond to those experiences. Like I would tell her, let's do this.
Let's do this,
And then
yes.
she tells me, let's do this.
And even when she's going through it, we'd be like, Ghana, when you were going through
do
it,
it.
Ghana, what did we do? What did we say? Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Let's do
So
that.
it always
Exactly.
works out like that.
Because now when we were coming in the car and then we're discussing this situation, she's saying, I said this and this and this. I'm like, but I did the same thing. It didn't work for me. Why are you still? Because you knew exactly how I was reacting to this guy. But then it's so funny because even her partner's responses are similar to that my husband's.
And they're not
responses,
twins.
Like,
How?
They're not.
Oh my gosh.
The other one comes from KZN and the other one comes from Zambia.
Two different backgrounds, age. No. Because my sister's husband is 40.
He turned
Yeah,
41.
he turned 41
last
this
week.
year, and my partner is 55.
So they're like totally different.
Yes.
Yeah, but then when it comes to characters, I think they are somehow similar because they don't drink,
Yeah.
they don't smoke,
Okay.
they are fitness junkies, they are neat, they like white shirts. Yeah, but the bodies, they are fit. Like,
Yeah. They've got
Physically,
similarities.
they are
Yeah.
similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we always tell us, guys, you really do need counseling because now you are convinced that you are one. Now we were convinced that we are one. So now I realize that your parents also are encouraging that. Even our parents are encouraging that. Because when we sat down with other twins that were raised like individually, you guys are twins.
Yeah.
Yes, you look alike, you do this, you have a good relationship, but you are not one person.
not,
There has
yeah.
never been toxic traits at all, even in their marriages, in their businesses. Or the business also will teach you guys that you're different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The business will
Yeah.
teach you because you will get to realize that, oh, I'm stronger in this and she's stronger in this.
that's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it takes time to also accept that and come into a realization that we are different. And I think recently, as our age matures, we sort of accept that life will put us in different parts or give us different experiences and we grow from that. So
Yes.
as much as it is hard coming to terms with it, I think and I hope we'll manage.
I think
Yeah.
we'll be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. At least you have an highlight of that
Yeah.
because now we have never seen twins that were so similar like us now saying, okay, we are different. It was difficult to accept. There was a time where we stopped everything. Our company collapsed because we were fighting. We were fighting, guys. We were fighting to be one person. She will do this and I will say, no, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to do this. And when she says, I feel like chips today, I said, no, you're supposed to be feeling like sweets. Then we fight.
Oh my word.
Yes.
So do you guys like the same food?
Yes, and we cook together a lot.
And we drink coffee at the same time. We like we burn 3 spoons of sugar.
Literally, when because there was a time when she couldn't drink coffee. So I'm like, hi man, today I have to drink coffee by myself. This coffee doesn't taste nice.
Yeah.
we love the same things in terms of food. We eat lunch together. So one cannot be hungry and the other one not, because we always do things together. So we absolutely love the same food, everything, like drinks. Yeah.
And you know the other thing that's going to show them that they are not one person. If one of them gets pregnant.
Pregnancy was hard
Pregnancy
for
was
us. Yeah.
hard.
Yes.
Because you're going to get angry, like,
Betrayal.
I feel betrayed. Yeah.
You're
And
bringing
why?
another person
Why are you
in our
bringing
cycle?
another person? Yeah, because we felt like that. And also, even the outside look.
Yeah.
Now you have a big time. I hate it when you have that big time.
Because when you look at her, you want to see yourself,
Yourself.
right?
Right.
Because
Yeah,
this person
It's a mirror
always looks like
reflection.
me.
Yeah.
So when she has a pimple, you don't like that
You don't
pimple.
like it. You like
Because
it.
you
It must go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must.
You know,
That's true.
with us, we said that by God's grace and obviously by God's will, if we are married, we'd plan
pregnant at
our
the same
our
time.
child. We'd want to get pregnant at the same time.
yeah.
I don't know if you know the Bella twins. Those wrestlers, they were pregnant at the same
Yes.
time at one point, even though it was at different months.
Yeah.
So we want that for ourselves.
those
We hope our husbands will understand.
Yes.
So we hope they'll understand. So we're hoping that will happen, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also praying for you guys. I'm not a prayerful person, but with this, I will pray that you get what that you guys simply, it does happen that you get those partners who be and then you get people who love you at the same time. With my sister and I, every time I have someone who loves me, she's struggling with relationships. When she's got someone who loves her, I'm struggling with relationships. I think that's where our toxic traits also show.
Show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I hope we didn't scare you.
No, you
This is supposed to be counseling. We are learning everything, and then we try. We are also healing from this whole thing. Yeah.
No, we are.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time.
You just have to take it one day at a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we have reached the end of our podcast. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
You guys are gorgeous. Yes, it's been great.
Yes.
So, to our viewers, thank you so much for showing us some love. We can see that you guys are watching our videos, even the videos that you never used to watch from way back. Now you've gone back and you're watching. But then now, guys, please subscribe, because we've seen that you're watching but you're not subscribing. It's very important to subscribe and also share our videos and the like button. We love you so much and we appreciate you. See you on our next episode of TwinTalk. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.